All right, so let me show you what time does. Here on the top side where I'm in the United States, right here in a little small town named Goshen. And on the exact and precise opposite of the Earth, exactly where if you spun a globe around, there would be the other side. You see, one side pokes in, and so the other pokes out. We have a 24, what is named a 24-hour cycle. So by the time this day arrives, right, and then it becomes, and night arrives, we won't feel the same. You and I, the people on this side of the earth and this side of the earth, though we're on a precise opposite, will never, ever, ever, ever stand together in the same physical pool, ever. No, you and us and everyone else will live and die, never having proof that the other exists. But in sound, you do, and we do. Yes, you can hear us. You might even see something that's on a flat sheet. We call it like a screen, a video screen, right? It's the same as this migrating tree. This is a tree. These aren't dead. Trees take shape, fibers, plants, they take shape when someday this pair, okay, will be worn, perhaps a shirt, and it will be in a more evolved state because somebody's fingers took the thing and shaped it and took it to this state where it now has physical features that are resembling the species who brought it from this state to this state to this state or to this state or to this state. And here they are closer. And this is why we see what resembles a human, almost like a human's shape, style of face, of features to those that we will upon and at. And we take them and we crush them in our hands. And yes, it's said in many ancient things that are written, you'll hurt. We hurt them, so we take them and we crush them. So what? I want to bite it. We do this pain, see? We hurt them, and then we put them on our bodies, and then they look like us. And now they're a migrating species, because these species had to endure. They had to bear the pain and the suffering of being crushed for this purpose. And so their reward and their fun for having to overcome such a sensation is to travel about. See, now the trees, here somebody took this, and now this is a traveling and migrating species instead of being rooted into the ground like trees often are. You see how that's rooted. It can't get up and travel. Sure can't. This, you see these bubbles? That is the other music on your AM FM. It isn't a mistake that there are two different settings, two different things. It doesn't matter that at this point there can be many more. The world chose two. It chose AM and FM on things named stereo and radio. And those are in abundance around the earth. Day and night. Day and night. Everything is the same. This here, it's in a more evolved state because a human being grabbed this species and of its body, perhaps it's one body, perhaps it's sand around the earth, and took from the body of the person who is a large body, or maybe several smaller bodies in, what are called like veins of sand in the earth, right? And took of its body, and with our hands gave to it a different shape, a different form, and it is closer, and now it is migrating. It now migrates. These sands and these things that make this up are now a migratory species. They are now in motion and in travel, where before, from the ground of the earth, the sand couldn't practically otherwise jump up and start flying through the air. you know, and take it. Did you ever see a chunk of some mineral or whatever this the you know, the things of this just flying around in the air by itself? No. So, pardon the mess. Pardon. This is iron. This is in your blood. Would you like to have people speaking into your bodies all the time and they're saying crazy things about you? You'll either flood your world with this sound. This sound. It's on your AM/FM wheel. It's a wheel. This is also a wheel. Okay? This phone here is definitely carrying the stuff of life that is electricity. Every wheel turns. Every single one. And if you want to see an eclipse, we just move it this way. See? That is a partial eclipse. Here's a rapid eclipse in the other direction. You can see that sometimes if you stand outside and you look at the moon and the sun. Nothing hides. Nothing. There isn't a mistake. Okay, Berg. We are Berg. We're a species. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. That's something that has to cope with, and those attached to us, of their species. Okay, there's your gauge. There isn't anyone absent. Nothing. Nobody.